In the top stories, student loans from Development Bank covered by Graduate Finance Project. Government ministers take part in Experience My Pain Walk, and another man charged for supermarket robbery. The details on these stories and more after the break.
Your vision is our mission at Kurtz Optical. Shop today for up to 25% off. And with Ready Finance, pay nothing for 30 days. Book your free eye examination appointment online at www.kurtzoptical.com. Your vision is our mission. Up to 25% off your completed eyewear. Only at Kurtz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply. See in store for details.
In cricket, there are a few essentials. A bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carla Barrage. Nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis with existing student loans with the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis are being added to the government's Graduate Finance Project and will now see the interest rate on their loans reduced to 5% per annum. This according to Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, during his press conference with Cabinet Ministers on Thursday.
They want to announce today that come June 1st, existing student loans in the Development Bank will now be reduced to 5%. I think when we made the first announcement, I said we are going to come back and announce something else. And so students who are presently paying at 9%, from the 1st of June, you are encouraged to go to the Development Bank and have your interest reduced from 9% down to 5%.
Graduate Finance Project, which was launched on April 6, 2023, initially saw the interest rate on only new student loans at Development Bank reduced to 5% per annum. Prime Minister Drew said the reduction in the interest rate will greatly benefit the graduates and afford them the opportunity to live and plan for better lives.
This will give students space to buy a home, invest in a business, so that they can get out of their parents' home. Many of them come back from study, and because of the high interest on loans and the interest they accumulated during the studies, they have to stay home until they're 40 plus. And so we want that when students go to study, they can quickly transition into independent living. After all, what you went to study for is to advance your life. We understand that.
The Graduate Finance Project also provides a grace period of 4.25 years with a 15-year repayment term. It includes EC $15,000 credit to service the student loan during that period, which eliminates the payment of interest for 4 years and 3 months.
Which means that if you go to Development Bank and take a loan, your parents don't have to pay any interest for you while you are studying. And as a result of that, it gives your family space. And when you come back, that interest will not accumulate. Before, that interest used to accumulate up to $15,000. Even before you start paying back your student loan, you had to clear that interest that you accumulated while you're studying if your parents were not in a position to cover it for you, or you were not in a position to cover it. So that is a big relief. And also having 5% interest loan means that you'll pay less monthly. And we have estimated that students will save about $100,000, up to $100,000 during the course of the loan repayment.
That was Prime Minister and Minister of Finance, Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. On Friday morning, the Department of Disability Services hosted an Experience My Pain activity in honor of Regional Blindness Awareness Month. More in this report.
Government ministers, including the Honourable Marcia Henderson, the Honourable Samuel Duggins, and the Honourable Iseline Phillip, were among persons who took part in the Experience My Pain event on Friday morning. Beginning at various locations, the participants walked short distances, blindfolded with a cane, through the streets of Basse-Terre. They were accompanied by a person who is blind or visually impaired and a sighted person. According to President of the St. Kitts Society for the Blind, Rockleaf Bowen, this endeavour is intended to help raise awareness of the experiences of persons who are blind or visually impaired.
We want the honourable ministers / politicians to see what we go through on a daily basis. Some of the pains that, we have to, endure when, walking the streets here in Basse-Terre. So as they experience it, they will be able to go back to the other cabinet colleagues, let them know the pain we are going through, so that at least they can, go in the house and pass the necessary legislation that would govern, the rights of persons with disability.
He said he also hopes that the general public would be more empathetic of the disabled community as they try to go about their daily lives.
It is also for the general public to realize that we are blind and we need to be given that opportunity to walk the streets, to transact our business. Because too many times when people see us on the street, they will tell us why we can't stay home. It's like, we are causing a problem.
At the end of the walk, the Honourable Marcia Henderson described the experience as humbling and eye-opening.
I think what it did is it makes us consider the things we take for granted. For example, those of us who have all our faculties, we don't necessarily have a full appreciation of those who don't have their eyesight. And so for me, it was very humbling.
And the Honourable Iseline Phillip said taking part made her more aware of the day-to-day challenges that blind persons face.
I think the surfacing of the roads doesn't make it very easy for a blind person to navigate. It's quite, uneven and bumpy. I can only imagine if I had to do that just every day, all day of my life. I don't know how well I would navigate, but it's certainly food for thought for us, just in terms of the ways that we can improve our environment, especially our infrastructure, so that we can be better able to accommodate persons who are blind.
The Experience My Pain walk was held to commemorate Regional Blindness Awareness Month. Jason Davis for ZIZ News.
The police force has charged Prince Patterson of Wade's Garden for the offence of robbery. The crime was committed on April 23, 2023 at the grocery store, a community store located opposite the Uncle T's restaurant on Keon Street. Mr. Prince was charged after he was identified as the second assailant in the armed robbery. The first assailant, Akeem Sage, was previously identified and arrested, then charged on May 14th. The general public will be updated with any developments as the investigation progresses. 20 students of the Newton Ground Primary School have received certificates after successfully completing training in first aid. The training, which took place on Thursday afternoons at the school, formed part of the Department of Community Development's Capacity Building Initiative. Principal of the Newton Ground Primary School, Michelle Rochester Woodley, said she was pleased to have the students participate in the training and encouraged the department to extend the program to other schools across the Federation.
When I was approached about having this particular training in my school, I jumped at the occasion because I saw where our children can be used in the event of an emergency, especially on the playing field. From time to time, we will have persons getting injured or hurt outside there. And the first responders would be you, the students. So I said, sure, bring it on. And since then, I must tell you, when we have injury occurring now, the students, they don't panic. They just take their time, be calm, and they come because someone from the class usually come with them. And so it's really good to have something like this. I hope this is just not a Newton Ground experience, but in all schools, because all students should know how to respond in the event of an emergency.
Senior Community Development Officer Ursuline Bridgewater spoke of the importance of learning first aid.
Learning first aid is an invaluable life skill. It helps you as a children to become more risk aware and equips you with skills to keep yourselves safe and help you as well as others if they are involved in a medical emergency. Knowledge of first aid can save lives.
The training in basic first aid was offered to grades 5 and 6 of the Newton Ground Primary School. The exercise, which was facilitated by Olivia Johnson, covered topics including what is first aid, responsibility of the first aider, principles of first aid basics, and administering CPR. After the break, Basse-Terre High School to celebrate 55th anniversary and Green Valley honors former teacher. Stay with us.
It's a sore throat. I'll write a prescription and see the nurse regarding the MMR vaccine.
I heard on social media that the COVID-19 vaccine came in a container with the MMR label on it.
Measles, mumps, and rubella vaccine is in the vial, no other.
True?
We can't betray our parents' trust. St. Kitts and Nevis has always had an impressive immunization history.
But these diseases aren't around now.
Yes. Our borders are open to all kinds of diseases that negatively affect our children and elders.
I never thought about that.
Today, you have a choice whether you get vaccinated. So, you want to continue?
Yes, doctor.
I want to be protected.
Check your doctor or the Ministry of Health to get the information on immunization against childhood diseases, including HPV and polio, and COVID-19 vaccine for elderly persons and persons living with non-communicable diseases.
Here are your Horsford's Value Mart IGA specials from May 18th to the 31st. And now your Value Club Blue Tag specials. IGA and Essential Everyday Salad Dressings, $10.99. IGA Margarine, just $23.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Frozen Waffles, $10.99. IGA and Essential Everyday Honey Bear Clover, $19.99. Bigelow Teas, $10.99. Suavitel Fabric Softener, $19.99. And now our very low weekly value deals. Nor rice and pasta side dishes, $7.99. Essential Everyday Ketchup, just $4.99. Essential Everyday Instant Oatmeal, $11.99. Arm & Hammer Deodorant, $7.99. Centrum Vitamins, $44.99. Extra liquid laundry detergent, $22.99. Shop smart, shop Value Mart. Sea listo y haga sus compras aquí en Value Mart.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
Welcome back. The Basse-Terre High School celebrates its 55th anniversary with an anniversary gala slated for July 1st at the St. Kitts Marriott Ballroom. More in this report.
The Basse-Terre High School celebrates its 55th anniversary this year with a slew of activities, the most noted an anniversary gala on July 1st at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort Ballroom. Principal of the Basse-Terre High School, Damon Bacchus, spoke to the events held so far and the upcoming anniversary dinner.
Well, we would have had a number of celebrations throughout the year. We're culminating with the 55th anniversary gala that will take place at the Marriott on the 1st of July. And so we're looking forward to a grand occasion where a number of past principals and teachers would be in attendance.
Chairperson of the Basse-Terre High School 55th Anniversary Committee, Jennifer Williams, gave more details about the anniversary gala.
You'll
expect a night of pomp and splendor. It's the first time we've decided to do anything on such a grand scale at the Basse-Terre High School, but we've been always known for our excellent performances and our splendor. And so we decided to have this gala event. It's on the 1st of July. Tickets are $250, and I find it quite cheap. When I go and sell tickets and so forth, persons are shocked that it is so cheap because they want to know, how come you're such a person? But you realize we can't kill the cow. We have to work with people's pocket presently, you know. So it's just a mere $250, and you can have a table which seats 10 for a mere $2,250. You have an entire $250 reduced cost. So I'm encouraging all persons here and abroad to come. When you come for music festival, bring your suit, bring your ball gown, bring your dancing shoes, because you will be expected to party with the birthdays of champions on the 1st of July.
Meanwhile, both Ms. Williams and Mr. Bacchus spoke to the importance of Basse-Terre High School to the development of education in St. Kitts and Nevis.
A lot of persons have passed through Basse-Terre High School. The present Prime Minister and the Deputy Prime Minister, the Minister of Public Works, Conway Maynard, they've all passed through Basse-Terre High School. The Prime Minister taught at Basse-Terre High School. The Minister of Tourism, Marcia Henderson, taught at Basse-Terre High School as well. So we expect a grand show and full support from our ministerial officials.
So Basse-Terre School is not only known for its academics, we have produced a number of sporting icons as well. Kim Collins would have passed through the halls of Basse-Terre High School, and we have a number of outstanding cricketers. The current coach for the West Indies under-17 team, he would have passed through the Basse-Terre High School as well. And so we're not just known for our academics, we produce well-rounded students and persons who can function within our society. And so 55 years of producing students to give back to St. Kitts and Nevis and to the wider community, I think is no small achievement.
Tickets for the 55th anniversary gala can be purchased at the school.
On Thursday morning, members of the Green Valley Festival Organizing Committee made a presentation to former teacher of the Keon Primary School, Jedroy Percival. The presentation was made during the school's morning assembly. Vice Chair of Green Valley Festival, Joycelyn Stapleton, spoke of her experience as a student under Mr. Percival, who was also known as Teacher Naughty.
It was education, and he was not going to have anything any other way. So you had to learn. And because of that, we are partnering with your school today and the Green Valley Festival Committee to say thank you to Teacher Naughty for having done such a splendid job.
Mr. Percival thanked the festival organizers for the gesture.
It thrills my heart. What a surprise. You know, we are accustomed to giving. And when it comes to receiving, it usually catches us by surprise. So today I am caught by surprise. Thank you, Green Valley, for such wonderful gesture.
The presentation to Mr. Percival forms part of activities for the 2023 celebration of the Green Valley Festival. This year's 40th Independence Anniversary will be celebrated under the theme Growing Sustainably, Developing Maturely, Building Resiliency, Independence 40. The theme was chosen from over 400 entries. It was won by Reverend Damien E. Hughes of Challengers Village, St. Kitts. The announcement was made by Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew during a press conference with cabinet ministers on Thursday at Nima Conference Room. Prime Minister Drew congratulated Reverend Hughes on his win. In an interview with St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, Reverend Hughes expressed gratitude that his entry was selected as this year's winning theme. He stated, quote, "I feel humbled and grateful to God that the message that I have tried to communicate via the theme will be given a national platform to serve as another impetus for us to truly pursue what our independence fathers and mothers envisaged for us as a nation when they began this journey more than 40 years ago," end quote. As the nation approaches 40 years of independence, Reverend Hughes encouraged citizens and residents to work collectively to advance St. Kitts and Nevis. As is customary, Reverend Hughes will be recognized by Cabinet and will be issued with official invitations to all major independence events over which the government has control. His winning theme will also be incorporated into all communications and events surrounding the independence celebrations. ZIZ Evening is gearing up for his debut album launch this August on St. Kitts. We have more in this report.
Local gospel artist ZIZ Evening is preparing to launch his debut album this summer. The Jamaican-born St. Kitts-based artist has been dropping a slew of singles for the past few years and is planning to release new music, most notably his debut project at an album launch scheduled for August 27th.
The place to be is Halal Worship Tabernacle, Needmust Estate, upstairs Kumar. Expect to hear from God. Expect food for the soul. Expect reconciliation to God, because that's the ministry that God blesses us with, a ministry of reconciliation. Expect healing, expect deliverance, expect breakthrough. And expect to dance for God, expect to jump for God, expect to worship, expect to shout a hallelujah, expect, the message, expect good news, good food, melodies for the broken, the broken-hearted to rejoice, and etc.
The album launch event is not all about ZIZ Evening, as several local and regional gospel artists will also be featured on the lineup.
Award-winning gospel recorded artist Rohan Clark, a Jamaican who based in Atlanta. So he's one of them on the lineup. And we have another Born Again, gospel rapper from Jamaica. Also Elsa President from St. Croix. And also St. Kitts' own Blestina. And Evie, rising star Josie, new gospel sensation. And we have a Tehila band, we have Roots band, praise God. And also we have a pre-launch for St. Lucia coming up in the end of July. That's the last Saturday night in July. And on the St. Lucia leg we have such as Tabitha, Package, and Dante, many more on the lineup, many more on the lineup for sure.
Meanwhile, prior to the launch, ZIZ will be ministering in St. Lucia at the Church of God's Seventh-day Caribbean Conference, which will serve as a pre-launch event for his album. That event will be held at the Castries Secondary School. ZIZ Evening recently released his latest single, Zion, which was accompanied by a music video and has been receiving positive reviews. To learn more about ZIZ Evening, visit his social media outlets at ZIZ Evening.
Coming up in regional news, Haitian police condemn